2025 NBA Playoffs. Western Conference first-round takeaways. The 2024-25 NBA playoffs are underway, and our NBA insiders have you covered for every game in the march to the finals. All season long, the Western Conference standings were in constant flux, and Saturday's games hinted at what should be some dramatic first-round matchups. The number 4 seed Denver Nuggets rallied to an overtime win over the 5 seed LA Clippers to take Game 1, thanks to some late-game heroics by Russell Westbrook. In the late game, the number 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves pounced on the number 3 seed Los Angeles Lakers as Anthony Edwards got the best of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Sunday's matchups will see MVP frontrunner Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the number 1 seed Oklahoma City Thunder welcome Ja Morant and the 8 seed Memphis Grizzlies. Following that game, the number 2 seed Houston Rockets, one of the season's most improved teams, will begin their clash with Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler III, and the number 7 seed Golden State Warriors. Here's what stood out from Saturday's results as we get you ready for Sunday's games. The Lakers organization geared up for Game 1 by distributing a hype video with their postseason motto, Unleash Joy. The video, in the Lakers' words, was meant to tip off their 2025 playoff run. The anticipation for a deep playoff push was understandable, considering how well LA played after trading for Luka Doncic and securing the number 3 seed in the West, and the way Saturday started, with Doncic personally outscoring Minnesota with 14 points as LA went up 20-12 early in the first, that story was seemingly going to plan. But nobody in LA's marketing department considered that the Wolves, who lost to Doncic in the conference finals a year ago, would become the main characters. "We know not many people are picking us," Minnesota coach Chris Finch said pregame. "I think our guys have leaned into that a little bit." Through Doncic's initial flourish, the Wolves took control in the second and third quarters, leading by as many as 27 points as they owned the boards, 44-38, and spread out the Lakers' defense by making the extra pass to open shooters, hitting a franchise postseason record 21 of 42 from 3. The run-up to this series focused on Doncic, LeBron James and Austin Reeves on one side and Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle on the other. However, Minnesota's Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid combined for 48 points on 19-4-25 shooting to completely outperform LA's role players and put the Wolves in the driver's seat. Game 2, Timberwolves at Lakers, Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, TNT. What to watch? Lakers starting center Jackson Hayes played only 8 minutes, with coach J.J. Redick opting for Jared Vanderbilt at the 5 and using his activity and some of his extracurricular efforts to get under the Wolves players' skin to try to make a dent in the monstrous deficit, getting as close as 12. Redick will have a decision to make regarding whether he will want to give Hayes a second look. That starting group was 10-3 in the regular season, or make his first chess move of the series going small from the start, ceding the size disadvantage. Denver can take a punch, literally. Nikola Jokic got hit in the face by an errant Derrick Jones Jr. forearm, picked up a technical foul for arguing the non-call and somehow rallied the Nuggets back from a 15-point deficit to win this game in overtime. Russell Westbrook was incredible on the glass with clutch offensive rebounds, putbacks, and even a key three-pointer down the stretch. It was his first career go-ahead 3 inside the final 30 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime in his playoff career. Jamal Murray shook off a poor first half to finish with 2 huge three-pointers in the fourth quarter, and Aaron Gordon had 6 of the Nuggets' 14 points in overtime to seal the win. Clippers will wonder what would have happened if James Harden wasn't in foul trouble for most of the game. He was brilliant for the team, but the Nuggets survived with grit and might just have rediscovered their championship swagger after a tumultuous final week of the regular season. Game 2, Clippers at Nuggets, Monday 10 p.m. Eastern Time, TNT. What to watch? Both teams looked gassed by the end of this slugfest and have just one day to recover before Game 2 on Monday. The Clippers probably would have won this easily if they'd been tighter with the ball. They gave up 29 points off 20 turnovers Saturday. The only Clippers who should get credit for holding on to the ball are probably associate head coach Jeff Van Gundy and trainer Jason Powell, who teamed up to win a wrestling match with Jokic late in the fourth quarter. On the Denver side, the Nuggets will need more from Michael Porter Jr. to have a chance in this series. He scored Denver's first points of the game and wasn't a factor the rest of the way, finishing with just 3 points in 26 minutes. Given we're talking about a team that came just 2 wins short of 70 wins and finished with the best point differential in NBA history, the best-case scenario is winning the championship with ease. The two largest margins of victory in recent vintage came from the 2016-17 Warriors, who went a record 16-1 in the playoffs, and last year's Celtics, who finished 16-3. That kind of dominance is hardly out of the question for Oklahoma City, although the Thunder are all but certain to face stiffer postseason competition than last year's Celtics did. Kevin Pelton,